Be me, 28, thought I had a good thing going with Sarah. We'd been dating for about 8 months at this point, met through mutual friends at this group hangout thing. You know, one of those let's all grab drinks situations that somehow turned into us talking in the corner all night. She was cool, funny, pretty, seemed really into me, which honestly felt good after my last relationship went up in flames. Things moved fast with her, like really fast. Within a month, we were hanging out multiple times a week. She was always texting me, calling me babe, posting us on her Instagram. I thought we were solid. Around month 3, I deleted my dating apps. Just felt right, you know? We were clearly exclusive at that point, or so I thought. Didn't make some big announcement about it, just did it because that's what you do when you're serious about someone. Fast forward to this one evening at her apartment. We'd just ordered Thai food, and she was in the bathroom. Her phone was on the couch next to me, and it kept lighting up. I wasn't trying to snoop or anything, but the notifications were right there. Hinge, Bumble, multiple messages. I felt this weird drop in my stomach, like when you miss a step going downstairs. When she came back, I tried to play it casual. Hey, so, I noticed you still have dating apps? She literally laughed. Not like a nervous laugh, but like I'd said something funny. Oh yeah, I barely use those. Just talking to people sometimes. Nothing serious. I must have had a look on my face because she kept going. What? It's just conversations. I like meeting new people. I deleted mine, I said. Like, months ago, when we became exclusive. Her whole vibe shifted. The smile dropped a bit. Well, I didn't know we were doing that. You never said I had to delete mine? Had to. Like it was some kind of chore I was assigning her. I just figured. I trailed off, because suddenly I felt like I was the one doing something wrong. You figured what? That you could control who I talked to? I sat there stunned. The shift had been so fast. 1 second we're ordering pad thai, the next I'm the villain. I'm not trying to control you, I said carefully. I just thought, when you're in a relationship, you focus on that person, not keep browsing for, I don't know, someone better? Someone better? She laughed, but it wasn't warm anymore. Wow, so you think I'm looking to upgrade? That's what you think of me? That's not what You know what guys like you don't get? She cut me off, standing up to grab plates from the kitchen. Women can have conversations without it meaning something. We're not all just waiting to jump into bed with every match. She said it like I was the problem, like wanting exclusivity made me some kind of Neanderthal. I dropped it. But the Thai food tasted like cardboard after that. And there it was. The word control. Here's the thing, my ex cheated on me. Like full on had another guy for 3 months before I found out. So yeah, I may be a little sensitive about this stuff. But I've been trying really hard not to be that guy. The paranoid, insecure, controlling boyfriend who checks phones and freaks out over nothing. So I backed off. No, I'm not trying to control anything. I just thought when 2 people are together, we are together. She cut me off. I'm not doing anything wrong. God, I thought you were different. Different. Like the good guys are the ones who just shut up and accept whatever. I dropped it, told her it was fine, that I was probably overreacting. She kissed me and said she appreciated me being secure enough not to make a big deal about it. But driving home that night, I had this knot in my stomach that wouldn't go away. I told myself I was being paranoid, that modern dating is different now, that maybe I was too old school about this stuff. Girls have guy friends. People can talk to other people. It doesn't mean anything, except it kinda did mean something, and I think I knew that even then. 3 weeks went by, and I tried to pretend everything was fine. Spoiler, everything was not fine. Sarah was always on her phone. Like always. We'd be watching a show and she'd be scrolling. We'd be at dinner and she'd be texting. I'd be talking and she'd be smiling at her screen. I kept telling myself it was probably just friends. Work stuff, her group chat with the girls, whatever. But then, one night at my place, we were watching something on Netflix. I don't even remember what, and I glanced over. She was swiping through profiles, just casually swiping through Bumble like she was browsing Instagram, right next to me. I paused the show. "What?" she said, looking up. "Sarah, we need to talk about the apps." She rolled her eyes. Actually rolled her eyes. "Are we doing this again?" "You're literally swiping right now, while we're hanging out. It's not a big deal." "It feels like a big deal to me." She set her phone down, and I could see her getting defensive, shoulders back, jaw tight. "Here we go." "Okay, what exactly is the problem?" she asked. "The problem is you're still actively using dating apps, and we've been together for 8 months. We are together. I'm not sleeping with anyone else. Then why do you need dating apps? Why are you so insecure about this?" There was that word again. Insecure. "I'm not insecure," I said, trying to keep my voice level. "I just think when two people are exclusive, they don't need apps specifically designed for meeting people to date. It's just conversations. Oh my God. I like meeting new people. What? Am I not allowed to have friends?" "Friends? These are dating apps, Sarah. That's literally their entire purpose." "You're being ridiculous right now." "Am I?" "Because I deleted mine. I deleted them because I'm with you, and I don't need to be talking to other girls. Why is that not mutual?" She stood up. "You know what? I can't do this. You sound like one of those controlling guys who monitors their girlfriend's phone and doesn't let them have a life. I'm not asking to monitor anything. I'm asking you to respect our relationship." "I do respect it. You're the one who doesn't trust me." And somehow, I still don't know how she pulled this off, somehow I ended up apologizing. She got teary, said she felt attacked, said she thought I was different from other guys who try to control their girlfriends, said she needed someone who trusted her. So I apologized, said I was sorry for making her feel that way, that I do trust her, even though I didn't. Not anymore. She left that night saying she needed space. I sat on my couch for like an hour just staring at the wall, feeling like I'd been hit by a truck. The messed up part, I genuinely started questioning myself. Like, was I being controlling? Was I overreacting? Was this just what dating is like now, and I'm some old-fashioned loser who can't handle it? But deep down, underneath all that doubt, there was this voice that kept saying, "You're being played, man. You're being played, and you know it." I just didn't want to admit it yet. 2 weeks of weird tension followed that fight. Sarah and I were still together technically. We'd text throughout the day, see each other a few times a week. But something had shifted. I was distant, and she knew it, but she never brought up the apps again. Neither did I. I think we both knew that conversation was a landmine we weren't ready to step on again. One Friday night, I met up with my best friend Marcus at our usual spot. We grabbed a booth, ordered wings and beers, and I finally unloaded everything. "So let me get this straight," Marcus said, wiping buffalo sauce off his fingers. "She has active dating apps. You asked her to delete them. She said no and called you controlling. Pretty much. And you're still with her. I mean, yeah." Marcus looked at me like I'd just told him I thought the earth was flat. "Brother, come on." "What?" "She's keeping you as a safety net. You know that, right?" I picked at the label on my beer bottle. "I don't know. Maybe it really is just what? Just conversations on dating apps with guys who are absolutely trying to hook up with her?" When he put it like that, it sounded even worse. "Look," Marcus continued, "she's keeping her options open. That's what this is. She's got you locked down as the boyfriend, but she's still shopping around to see if something better comes along. And she's made it so you can't even say anything about it without being the bad guy. That hit different, because that's exactly what it felt like. So what am I supposed to do? Marcus shrugged. If she can do it, so can you. I shook my head. That's petty, man. It's fair. She wants to play by these rules? Fine. But she doesn't get to be the only one playing. You really think I should? I asked. Marcus leaned back, taking a long pull from his beer. Look, I'm not saying be a dick about it. I'm saying stop letting her make the rules while you follow them like a chump. She's out there collecting options. She literally told you that's what she's doing. And you're sitting at home being loyal to someone who won't even delete an app. He had a point. A really good point. The worst part? Marcus added. She's got you so twisted up you think you're the bad guy for wanting basic respect. That's manipulation, bro. I went home that night and just sat with it. Part of me felt like stooping to her level was weak, but another part of me, the part that was tired of feeling like a chump, was done playing by different rules. Why should I be the only one staying loyal when she clearly wasn't? Around midnight, I did it. Re-downloaded Hinge and Bumble. This time, though, I actually put in effort. Before, my profile was whatever. Couple random photos, barely filled out bio. Now I updated everything. Added some recent pics from the gym, one from this hiking trip I did last month. Actually wrote something decent in my bio. I started swiping, actually reading profiles, being deliberate about it. And here's the crazy part. Within 2 days, I matched with this girl, Emma. Her profile was different from the usual stuff you see. No heavy filters, no bathroom mirror selfies, just normal pictures. Her with her dog at some art exhibit, hiking. Her bio mentioned she was a graphic designer, loved her golden retriever more than most people, and was looking for someone who doesn't take themselves too seriously, but takes tacos very seriously. It made me smile. Actual smile, not the polite smile you give when someone shows you baby photos. We started talking, and it was easy. She was funny, asked questions about me, actually seemed interested in the answers, didn't leave me on red for 6 hours, then reply with LOL. We talked about everything. Work, shows we were watching, places we wanted to travel. After a week of messaging, we did a video call. She was exactly the same as her pictures. No catfish situation, just a normal, cute girl who laughed at my dumb jokes and had her dog jump into frame halfway through. Sorry, Cooper has no concept of personal space, she said, pushing the golden retriever's face out of the camera. I respect that. Dogs over everything. She grinned. Exactly. See, you get it. We talked for almost 2 hours. When we hung up, I realized I'd smiled more in that conversation than I had in the past month with Sarah. The contrast was insane. Emma would respond within minutes. She'd send me random memes during the day. She'd actually engage when I told stories instead of half listening while scrolling through her phone. It felt like what dating was supposed to feel like. Meanwhile, Sarah still hadn't deleted her apps. I knew because one night while swiping, I saw her profile. Active recently. Cool. Real cool. I wasn't even mad anymore, just done. Checked out. The resentment I'd been carrying around for weeks just kind of crystallized into clarity. This wasn't what I signed up for. And now I had proof that it didn't have to be this way. 10 days into talking with Emma, and things were getting serious. Not like moving in together serious, but we'd moved past the app. Texting regularly, making plans to actually meet up in person. I was still technically with Sarah, which, yeah, I know how that sounds, but in my head, the relationship was already over. I just hadn't made it official yet. That decision got made for me. Sarah and I went to this group dinner thing with mutual friends. Some restaurant downtown, like 8 of us around a table. It was fine. We sat next to each other. She held my hand at one point. We looked like a normal couple. About halfway through dinner, our friend Jess got up to go to the bathroom. As she passed behind my chair, she leaned down. "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" I followed her to the hallway near the restrooms. She looked uncomfortable. "So, I saw you on Hinge yesterday." My stomach dropped. Not because I was ashamed. I wasn't. But because I knew where this was going. "Yeah," I said. "I thought you and Sarah were together?" "We are." But she refused to delete hers, so I shrugged. Jess's eyes went wide. "Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. Does she know you're on there?" "I haven't exactly announced it." Jess nodded slowly, clearly trying to figure out how to navigate this without getting in the middle. "Okay, well, that's between you guys, I guess." We went back to dinner, and I didn't think much of it. Jess seemed cool about it, and I figured that was the end of it. I was very, very wrong. That night around 11 p.m., my phone started blowing up. Sarah. "Are you freaking kidding me?" Sarah. "You're on dating apps?" Sarah. "After everything, you're cheating on me?" I stared at my phone for a solid minute, just watching the messages roll in. The audacity was actually impressive. I called her. She picked up immediately. "How could you do this to me?" Sarah. "No, seriously, how could you? I trusted you." I almost laughed. "You're serious right now?" "Of course I'm serious. You're on dating apps." "You have dating apps. You refused to delete them when I asked." "That's different." "How? How is that different?" "Because I wasn't actually talking to anyone seriously. It was just casual conversation." "So you were just collecting attention? And I'm supposed to be fine with that. I can't believe you'd throw away 8 months over this. I asked you 3 weeks ago to delete them. You called me controlling. You made me feel like garbage for even bringing it up." Silence on her end for a second. "Are you—" Her voice got quieter. "Are you talking to someone?" I could have lied, maybe should have, but I was so done with the games. "Yeah. Someone who actually respects me." The sound she made was somewhere between a gasp and a sob. I can't believe you. You threw away what we had for some random person on an app?" "No, Sarah. You threw it away when you prioritized having backup options over our relationship. I just finally stopped being the only one who cared." She started crying, full on crying. "Please don't do this. I'm sorry, okay? I'll delete them right now. I love you. And here's the thing. A month ago, those tears would have worked. I would have caved, apologized, tried to fix it, but sitting there on my couch, listening to her cry, I felt nothing. Maybe that makes me cold. I don't know, but the manipulation was so clear now. She didn't want me. She just didn't want someone else to have me." "If you loved me, you would have deleted them the first time I asked," I said quietly. "You would have respected me enough to not make me feel crazy for wanting basic exclusivity." "I do respect you." "No, you don't. And honestly, I'm done." She kept crying, kept trying to talk, but I ended the call. She texted throughout the night, long paragraphs about how she messed up, how she'd change, how we could work through this. Screenshots showing she'd deleted the apps, too little, too late. The next day, Sarah kept calling, texting, blowing up my phone. I finally agreed to meet her for coffee. Neutral ground, public place, less chance of a scene. She was already there when I arrived, sitting at a corner table. Her eyes were red, makeup smudged like she'd been crying all morning. Part of me felt bad. Small part. "Thanks for coming," she said as I sat down. I nodded but didn't say anything. She pulled out her phone, opened it to show me. Look, I deleted them. Both of them. They're gone. I glanced at the screen. Sure enough, no Hinge, no Bumble. Okay, I said. I was wrong. I should have listened to you. I got defensive and I made you feel like you were crazy, and that wasn't fair. It was everything I'd wanted to hear 3 weeks ago. Now it just felt hollow. Can I ask you something? I said. Yeah, anything. If I'd never downloaded the apps myself, if none of this had happened, would you have deleted yours? She hesitated, just for a second, but it was enough. Eventually. I just needed time to... That's what I thought. Her face fell. What does that mean? It means you're only doing this because you got caught. Because I found someone else. Not because you actually wanted to. That's not true. Sarah, come on. Be honest with yourself. You liked having options. You liked the attention. And you liked that I was just sitting there waiting for you while you figured out if you could do better. I never thought I could do better. Your actions said otherwise. She started crying again. Please don't do this. We can fix this. I'll do anything. I don't want you to do anything. I'm done. But you said you loved me. I did love you. And then you made me feel like crap for having boundaries. So yeah, I'm out. I stood up. She grabbed my hand. Is it because of her? The girl you matched with? It's because of you, I said, pulling my hand back. She just reminded me what I actually deserve. I left. Didn't look back. Over the next week, Sarah tried everything. Guilt trip texts about how I was throwing away something real. Mutual friends reaching out saying she was devastated and really loved me, and couldn't I give her another chance. Even saw some vague posts on her Instagram. Stuff like, you never really know someone, and finding out who people really are when things get hard. I blocked her. Muted the friends who wouldn't drop it. Meanwhile, Emma and I went on our first real date. Nothing fancy, just this taco place she loved, then walked around the waterfront talking for hours. At the end of the night, standing by my car, she said, "So I deleted my apps, by the way." I blinked. What? The dating apps. I deleted them. I mean, if we're doing this for real, I don't need them. She said it so casually, like it was the most obvious thing in the world. I didn't ask you to do that, I said. I know, and I just wanted to. She shrugged. I like you. I'm not looking for anyone else. It was that simple. No arguments, no gaslighting, no making me feel like I was asking for too much, just respect. 2 months later, Marcus sent me a screenshot. Sarah's profile was back on Hinge. Looking for something real this time. Dodged a bullet, bro, Marcus texted. Yeah, I really did. Emma's dog is currently asleep on my couch. She's in my kitchen making coffee, singing off-key to some song on her playlist. She keeps her phone face down when we're hanging out, responds to my texts, makes plans, and actually keeps them. It's not complicated. Turns out it never had to be. Should have trusted my gut 8 months ago, but better late than never, I guess.